Hey, what's going on? Aaron here. Hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, then you might be looking for a way to make money on Etsy as a beginner this year, step by step. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, alright? So make sure you stick around and watch this video till the end. At any time, if you want to get my favorite strategy that I used to quit my full-time job in 2019, you can just go ahead and click the link below and I'll share with you my favorite strategy step by step, alright? Now let's jump on my screen right now and I'm going to show you exactly how you can start generating money with Etsy as a beginner. There are 6 steps here, right? The first step is really important, okay? So let's run through Etsy a little bit and we'll talk about how you can actually start making money with Etsy the easy way, right? So first of all, Etsy right here is a massive store where you can basically buy pretty much anything that you can think of. If you come to the top left hand side here and you hit on categories, right? Basically I buy a lot of stuff from Etsy, a lot of my furniture, a lot of the stuff that goes on the wall arts, all the little knickknacks. I have a YouTube pillow that I actually bought on Etsy. You can buy some really cool stuff, right? So anything from home and living, people sell jewelry on here, art and collectibles, clothing, craft supplies and tools, wedding, accessories, electronics, baby. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on, right? And if you can find a slot for you to enter, create a store on Etsy and sell something that people would be interested to buy, then this is one of the ways that you can make money on Etsy, right? Now it all starts with picking the right category and of course picking the right designs, right? So the thing is, you first have to decide for yourself, where would you like to sell inside of Etsy? Do you want to sell backpacks? Do you want to sell a tote? Do you want to sell some sort of accessory like a button or a pin or a hair accessory? Are you interested in selling people clothing, right? Or wall art prints or digital art? And we'll talk about all that in a second, right? But once you decide on your particular category that you might want to fit in, right, then you would need to get them designed. Now remember, what's really important is if you're selling things that are a little bit more complicated, like so for example, if you want to sell, things like, lighting, or floor rugs or furniture, you have to understand that these are things that you have to manufacture yourself, and then somebody sees your store, they buy it, right? And then you actually physically mail it to them in the mail, right? So unless you're somebody that's already an artist, you're already manufacturing tables and chairs, or maybe you've already got a lighting fixture shop, right? You shouldn't probably be doing anything difficult like this unless you're already doing it currently. Does that make sense, right? So this might be an extension of your shop that you have offline, or maybe you have a factory, maybe you have a studio where you're creating some of these things, right? Then you can come onto Etsy and you can create that store and sell things online to people all over the world. But if you're somebody that doesn't have anything like that, that means you've got zero, scratch, right? You don't have a shop, you're not really selling anything physical like this, then you definitely don't want to focus on these difficult categories, right? You might want to do something a little bit easier, like print on demand, or even clothing that you can do prints of, right? Or even maybe little accessories, and we'll talk about that in a second. All right, so what I would do next is, there are a couple of ways that you can get your things designed, right? So you have to create designs on Canva yourself. You can do it yourself, learn to do that, or you can hire a designer. All right, so for example, if you were to do it yourself, now Canva is a very powerful software. I pay for it. It's only $6.49 sorry, a month, right? And you can get access to literally hundreds of thousands of different designs. So if you wanted to, for example, create a t-shirt shop, right? You're going to sell t-shirts or caps or maybe iPhone covers, right? For example, or maybe even stickers. You could get them designed on Canva. So I would literally come into Canva, I would type out something like vintage t-shirts, right? And these are all the vintage t-shirt designs that they come up with, right? And you can literally come here and click on something and change it. So if this was a simple design right here, right, I'll click on it. I'm going to click on customize, and you can see some other ones right here. Okay, and if you wanted to, some of them are really good, to be honest, right? Let's say this one, right? Keep it simple, okay? Or there's some other ones right here, and this could be like a gym t-shirt, or it could be whatever category you decide on, okay? But you would just click on edit in there, and you could literally modify this design as as you see fit. All right, so I might say something like always, let me see. Okay, so every design is slightly different. Okay, this one, unfortunately, it's got this other side here that you can't really edit. So you might want to find something where you can, fully edit the words, for example, or you might have to learn to use Canva a little bit, right? Go through a little bit of their free training. So I might do something like, retro, and maybe I want to change this one right here. I might put vibes, right? And I might keep this one the same. and I might say something like that. So already there, straight away, I've got a nice little design that I can change. I can change the colors right here. I can change the background. I'm not going to do that right now, but I just want to show you that Canva is very, very easy. Then what you would do is you would take this design and you would stick it on the t-shirt that you want to print, the iPhone cover that you want to print, and I'm going to show you a place where you can do this in a second. Or if you don't want to design things yourself using Canva, you can go to a marketplace like Fiverr and actually pay someone to do this professionally for you. All right, so Fiverr, I just typed out t-shirt design, okay, and I found a whole bunch of people selling t-shirt designs, and you can get them for pretty cheap. Look at this one right here, right? 4.9 stars, 1,000 reviews is only $5. That's probably the cheapest that you'll find on Fiverr. But $5 for a t-shirt design, and remember, this is your business, right? So you're gonna have to invest a little bit of money to generate, potentially huge money right there. And you can come here and find some really, really cheap t-shirt designs, right? Some of them are a bit more expensive, $10, $25, $35, right? We definitely don't want to be paying someone $280 or $50 for, a design, but you definitely want to find something in the middle where the designs are good enough and they're not too expensive that you're going to be out of pocket, if that makes sense, okay? So these are the two ways that you can do it. Pay someone here to get it designed, or you can just do it for free on Canva itself, right? So once you've decided on that, it's very important to get this stuff designed out, and then here are the ways that you can do it, right? Now, if you wanted to, you could print the designs locally, find maybe a local t-shirt printer or cap printer and stuff like that, and you could send your designs to them, work in tandem with them, right? And then once someone buys from your store, you would ship it directly yourself to people all over the world. But an easier way to do this is, instead of doing all of that yourself, you want to use a service called Printify to print and deliver your products, okay? So if you come to Printify is a very cool end-to-end service and website where you can basically upload any of your designs, right? And they will literally print and do everything from their store. They will take your print, they will get it printed, manufactured, and delivered straight to your customer, all from their website. How cool is that, right? Now, of course, they're gonna keep a percentage of the revenue because they charge for their service, and they charge for their print and their materials and for the shipping and handling as well. But this is a very, very easy way where you don't have to find any of these suppliers yourself in your hometown, and you can just do it all from a website. So literally, you could design something on Canva, or you could pay someone on Fiverr, right? Any type of product you want, and it could be a mug, it could be a cap, it could be an iPhone cover, it could be a beanie, a t-shirt, whatever you want, a pencil case, a hoodie, socks, right? And they will do it all for you. So now you've just saved a ton of time, and really you're just focusing on setting up your store on Etsy and focusing on the actual designs of your products, okay? And that's how you can save a lot of money, right? And it'll save a lot of time right there, okay? Now the third thing you can do as well, beyond just using Printify, designing your own logos or getting them done on Fiverr and getting them delivered really quickly, is you can save all of that time by not even selling physical stuff. See, the thing about Etsy is you can also make a lot of money just selling digital items, okay? That means things that people can literally just buy, pay for, and they can download it as a PDF. How cool is that? Then you don't even have to worry about selling your products physically, or dealing with Printify, or contacting some factory or manufacturing shop that can do your prints for you. You can literally just sell digital items. Now, what kind of digital items can you sell? As an example, right? And I was searching for this, and this is why I know about this, right? You can come here and you can type out chat GPT prompts, okay? People will actually pay money to find out what prompts to use on ChatGPT. Isn't that interesting, right? And you can literally find prompts for all sorts of stuff, okay? So for example, look, there are many different categories, okay? You can find ChatGPT prompts for example, building a business, or you can find ChatGPT prompts for designing a certain thing with Midjourney, right? Midjourney is an Illustrator AI tool, and so people actually sell prompts for Midjourney, okay, because they can't even come up with their own stuff, or they're not, they're too lazy to come up with prompts for stuff on Google, right? So they literally buy prompts off here. It's crazy stuff, right? So this is 100% downloadable. Look at this, creative writing chat prompts. Okay, and what you could do is you could even go to ChatGPT or Google and ask them for different prompts in different categories, and you can create your own, downloadable ChatGPT prompts and sell them up here. Use Canva to design one of your thumbnails right here, Slap it up, create a store. Look at this one, right? 4,600 chat GPT prompts is $47 they're selling this one for. Okay, higher the quality, the better, right? So that's one example of a digital product. You could also do something like, I just typed in how to lose weight, and people are selling all sorts of digital downloads in the weight loss space. Look at this. This is a weight loss fitness tracker. This is a weight loss meal planner, right? Fitness planner, meal planner, grocery list, okay? People even have actual ebooks on here. So you could sell an entire ebook, right? So you could either write your own ebook, hire someone to write it for you, or you can get ChatGPT to create you an ebook, right? Look at this. Weight Loss Triumph. This is an actual, recipe book right there. There's, mindful weight loss. Okay, this is an e-guide on how to lose weight, right? So all sorts of different things that you can sell. Okay, now what else? You could sell something like a vision board, right? Check this out. A vision board that's created. So look at this, positive affirmation daily quotes. People will actually buy this kind of stuff. So you can either sell this as an actual product, or people can print them. Right? You can sell the actual PDF and they can print it and stick it on their wall. So there are many, many ways to do this. Look, printable vision board kit, right? $5 right here. Vision board starter, $8 right there. Okay? Manifestation board template for Canva. Check that out. So people are selling all sorts of different stuff. So lots of different things that you can sell if you want to sell a downloadable digital item. Okay, that's number 3. Now let's talk about some of the best tips that you can use to maximize your sales on Etsy. That's really important, right? So, we covered a few different strategies right here where you can start to sell things on Etsy as a beginner, right? I gave you a couple of strategies, right? One is to just sell physical stuff, create a store. And then, to make it easier, you can use services like Printify, where you don't have to handle any of the manufacturing yourself. You can use a service like them. Or to make it even simpler, you can sell digital stuff to save time and resources, right? And give people downloadable PDFs. But the thing about Canva, which can be sometimes a little bit difficult for newbies, is that there's a limited amount of space that people get to see your stuff, and there are a lot of sellers on Etsy, okay? And so the important thing is you have to maximize the way that your store gets suggested to people and recommended to people. Because if I come to this homepage right now of Etsy, right? A lot of this is being recommended to me based on what I was searching for before. Now, if you want to maximize your store showing up here, okay, so that people will actually see it and have a higher potential of clicking on it, you want to do a few things, okay? So the first thing, this is very easy, but it's very important, and a lot of people overlook this, is you need to make sure that when you create your store and you're uploading a product, you need to fill in all of the details of that actual product, okay? Now, I know this sounds obvious, but a lot of people don't do this. Make sure you fill out the title with as many accurate and lateral keywords as possible. Make sure you fill in the description. Make sure you fill out all the little things that the product is about. Like, is it a t-shirt? Is it a v-neck? Is it a crew neck, right? Is it vintage, for example? Is it, can people access this during summertime, or is it a wintertime piece of clothing, right? So make sure you take the time to fill in all of the details of that actual product so that Etsy has all of the information on the product and can recommend it to the right people that might be interested in it based on their historical purchases or their purchase history. Does that make sense, right? So make sure you do that, step number 4, okay? Step number 5, and this is also very, very important. With Etsy, if you want to make a lot of money with Etsy as a beginner, it's not about quantity, it's about quality, all right? So make sure that whenever you're designing something, make sure it's good. Make sure it's high quality. Don't just try and upload 1,000 different designs of t-shirts and they're really, really horrible, because people aren't gonna buy it, right? It's more about, think about what people really want, think about what you might want to buy, right? And think about even maybe some of the gaps in the market. So if you, for example, if you're designing bath mats, right? You might find that there aren't that many Nirvana bath mats on Etsy, right? You'll find that maybe there's only like 3 shops or 4 offerings of that, and you might be like, well, I'm sure that there are a lot of people that are interested, even though it might not be the mass market, but there will be people interested in buying a Nirvana bath mat. And if you see that on Etsy, there's not that too much of it, maybe that's a market or niche, sub-niche that you can enter and sell really, really well at. Does that make sense, right? So yes, you do need to, have a look around and be cognizant of what is really, really popular and what isn't. If it's too very popular, don't do it. But if it's not so popular, you might think, okay, this might be a sub niche that you can go into, and then make sure you produce something of high quality. Take the time to do a good design of that particular thing, right? And lastly, add great pictures. This is really important. If your pictures are really horrible and they're not clear, they're not obvious what you're actually selling, then you're going to get less clicks on it, right? Now, one of the ways that you can increase the amount of clicks is to show lifestyle shots, okay? So not just images of your mug or your bag or your design just as a single image, but people actually using them, right? So somebody wearing your actual t-shirt, someone wearing your cap, someone using your phone case. Does that make sense? But instead of you being in the shots, maybe you don't necessarily want to do that. There's a really great website and service that you can use called Placeit. Okay, so just head over to placeit.com, right? And you can literally get images like this. You know, someone, you know, this lady right here, even a video of someone wearing your t-shirt. How cool is that, right? Or someone, you can see right here, right? All these models wearing your t-shirt. Or it could be someone wearing your cap. It could be someone wearing your phone. Check it out, right? Wearing your cap and your hoodie. Okay, now this is a paid service, but it's not expensive. Okay, you can literally just use this for 1 month and then cancel. It's only $4 per month. All right, so I would use it one time, get all your designs, use it for a month, and then if you don't need it, cancel, right? And then you can use this really to upload onto Etsy, and it's just going to make your store stand out because you're literally going to have shots like that, or even videos like that. How cool is that, right? And that significantly increases your click-through rates and your sales because people can actually visualize and see what the product actually looks like, okay? So these are the 6 steps. If you're a beginner right now, right? If you want to make money with Etsy, you don't know how, you want to do it this year, I highly recommend it. It's a great way to make money. Etsy has a great network. Okay, there are a lot of people on Etsy. There are a lot of people buying products on Etsy. And as long as you follow this guide right here on what products to sell, how to sell them, and then all the best practices, then this is a great way for you to start making money on Etsy this year. Let me know what you thought of this video. If you got some value, let me know in the comment section. Go ahead and like this video, and if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe because I always come up with content that teaches you different money-making strategies that you can do 100% from your home. And if you want to find out the exact strategy that I used to quit my full-time job in April 2019, I 5 times my old salary, I do this 100% from home, go ahead and click the link right below, and I will give you access to my free masterclass that will show you exactly how I did it, and maybe you want to do it for yourself as well, right? I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you on the next video. Take care.